Big Screen Beyond 2. That's what we're talking about today here on this channel. Remember, this is Kimchi Studios. We primarily focus on VR and CAD-based art and gadgets, stuff like that. A lot of junk that you need. Check out all the links in the description of this video to see what I mean. So I identify as a VR artist, okay? The stuff that you see behind me, yeah, I did those in VR, painted.
I need a weapon.
With my bare hands. And I'm always telling you how great I love the MetaQuest 3. It was an unexpected surprise. I originally used the Oculus Rift CV1, and this thing is an absolute portable powerhouse with the option to connect it to your PC. So you can do PC-based VR gaming. Some of the painting and sculpting apps are a little bit beefier and better. And now these companies are starting to roll out standalone versions of these apps on this headset, and it's amazing. So I highly recommend it. It's also at an interesting price point. You can get in the $250 range with the 3S, or you can go for the $500 and up range with the 3. So that's what we do on this channel. We're having a little technical difficulties, but you can see behind me is the Beyond 2. Now this is creating a bit of a ripple, okay, across the VR metaverse, if you will. The first time that I saw this was in my YouTube recommended. I don't really watch a bunch of VR YouTuber stuff. I don't care about tech reviews. I don't know, I'm kind of more of a, I don't even know how I find stuff, but clearly the algorithms work. The cookies are working. They're keeping track on your boy here. And I got something absolutely wild to show you about that in the next video that I'm gonna post about my trip to Disney. It was crazy. It involves VR and what I do now. It's really weird. Make sure to check that one out right after this. What is the Beyond 2 exactly? We're gonna take a look at it from a VR artist-based perspective. It's really hard to say, by the way. And we're gonna see if that applies to us, see if that is a product that we would be interested in. Now, at first glance, it looks very futuristic. It looks like something that you would see in sort of a mashup Photoshop job, right? It looks like those cybernetic, futuristic soldier type things. And I think that's a vibe and an aesthetic that a lot of people will be interested in. There's a huge chunk of cyberpunk style fans. I am one included. I don't want to live in that universe, but I do love the game. And I actually like the campaign, okay? But this thing is touting itself as a very minimal form factor, very high quality screen that is very lightweight on your face. One of the biggest issues, even with the comfort strap that I always recommend, that you can see on this, and they have other ones where it goes over your forehead. It's a very, very popular option currently. I just like this because I've been using this type on the MetaQuest 2. After a while of using VR, especially if you're doing art, which takes, a few hours, you're going to start to feel a little discomfort. It's gonna be hot, you're gonna start to sweat, and you're gonna start feeling a little cramping feeling in here, up in here in these muscles, if you don't have it on just right. This is an issue that I've had ever since my Oculus Rift CV1, and currently this is part of the value proposition that this product is offering. This company looks like a startup to me, and I think they're off to a really good start. It seemed like the first iteration of this was kind of a niche hit. It reminds me a lot of the Pimax. The Pimax had a lot of fans in the flight simulator crowd because it offered better visuals. Now there were some quirks, and there always are quirks with this type of technology, this VR technology. It's very, very complicated, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of software and constant patching to get it just right. Trust me, I lived through the Oculus Rift. It was a nightmare. But when you get it working just right, and we're in that era where everything is just starting to, just work, it is an incredible experience that you'll never forget, especially if you're playing games like Half-Life Alyx and others. There really are AAA level quality games out there and experiences just waiting for you. So let's take a look at the Beyond 2, a little bit of the specs, a little bit of the price, and what the team has to say about it to see if that's something that we would need to produce 3D printable art, gadgets, and other junk that you absolutely need. Take my word for it. Now, there's probably some copyrighted music that are gonna be playing in the background, so I'm gonna be stopping periodically to give my 2 cents. It's something that we gotta do here. Transformative content, right? All right, this is Darshan Shankar, the CEO and founder of BigScreen. Holy cow, that's a lot smaller than a... Is that real? Yo, why is it so small? Is he standing up? You can see the chair in the background. Is this dude standing up? Oh, by the way, I just noticed, look at the MetaQuest 3 in the background. That's smart. That gets the potential customers who are already, into the VR sphere, and, they have this thing, right? And you get them thinking, yeah, oh, it's one of those. Oh, yeah. I'm familiar with that. Oh yeah, how is this different? Very smart, whoever did that.
In an unbelievable form factor, lighter than any headset in the world.
No way. I've seen photos and a little bit of video on the internet, but is that real?
And our community loved it, with Beyond becoming people's daily driver VR headset for VR chat.
Okay, so one of the things that I did notice is this is just a standalone headset. They don't currently offer controllers to go with it. Again, the company's in its early stages. Even the original Oculus Rift didn't come with controllers right away, I believe. I got mine when the what's it called? The touch controllers came out. And the touch controllers were phenomenal. In fact, not much has changed to this day. And I have all 3 generations of the Oculus. That's what the MetaQuest is. And I made holsters for every single one of them. This is for the 2, okay? That's my Genius right there. Has a clip, okay? I don't sell this anymore, but you can still download it. It was fun. This is the current one that I have. Okay, this is the Chameleon. You put your smartphone in there, shiny side down, goes right in there, okay? It retains it pretty well, okay? Comes out, soft tongue detaches, it's squishy. So you can tell I really like to design stuff. I love to design, and my dream is to get a patent or something someday. Not on this is just for fun. You can check it out. Coles 3D, you can download it, print it. I am thinking of giving away several of these as we gain some subscribers. So make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel, right? But this is a holster. It looks like a chameleon. Goes in like that, very simple. And it looks cool on the desk. And you can see here's the belt. You put that around your waist. Okay, it's gonna go around your waist like that. And then you have it right there, all right? I have videos on it, go check it out. It's my little baby. All right, so this is using what looks like the Knuckles controllers, which I'm very interested in. I want Valve to really come out with something that just knocks it out of the park. I'm gonna give my opinion on this product and what they might be actually doing in just a minute.
Racing sims, and other VR games. But our community's been asking for more, asking us to push further.
We all know this guy. He's been doing VR content forever, bro.
On optics and a wish.
This is the guy that I actually first saw. Is that a steering wheel? This is the first guy that I saw showcasing this on the internet. That's how I first saw it, and I was like, I'm not interested, but
wish list of new features.
There's Linus, good old Linus, huh? Are those the knuckle controllers? They're a lot bigger than I thought. But if, you know, clearly they have to get this out there. Not many people they don't know about this product. You know, it's really hard. So they probably invested a lot of money, got these things out because they have to compete with this thing. This thing is a powerhouse. People are so underestimating this thing. This thing and its user base are growing by the day. It's phenomenal. I've never been in an empty lobby.
After years of cutting-edge research and development, we're unveiling our most advanced product yet, BigScreen Beyond 2.
Let's go. Oh yeah, this is gonna be muted. Pretty epic music. Oh, that looks beautiful. It's like pancake lenses. That's like the standard now. You can adjust the, is that the diopter or whatever it's called? Sensors. Really nice looking cases. Very early 2000s. Like you remember the Apple computers that were clear? That stuff, the acrylic.
So now, let me show you what Beyond 2 is capable of. At the heart of Beyond 2 lies breakthrough optics, engineered for ultimate visual fidelity. Beyond 2 introduces an unbelievable 116-degree diagonal field of view.
116 degrees. So even my Chihuahua can use it.
Beating even the MetaQuest 3, despite being a fraction of the size. Additionally, is a
man, that is tiny. That's literally like putting the phone on your face. We're getting to that point, chat.
massive improvement in visual quality, with 100% edge-to-edge clarity and a large sweet spot.
This guy is really clear-spoken. I think he's doing a really good job so far. So let's take a comparison, just, you know, a little peek here. 100% edge-to-edge clarity. That's a big deal for some people. Me, I'm not so picky. Like, I just like to have the tool. This is a tool, right? Like, if you're into firearms, you'll understand how this goes. They put products out, people shill it. I don't know what the deal, well, I'm not gonna get into that, but, and they say, you need this feature, you need that, and then everybody eventually goes back to Glock. Okay, the simple bare bones, slightly uncomfortable for some people to use thing because it works. But we're getting to the point where you can start to be a little more picky, right? This is not so luxury. This is a luxury in product. However, they could be introducing things in a way that would be more mass adoptable. And anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to talk about that in a minute.
Our new architecture has enabled us to massively reduce the glare commonly experienced in Pancake Optics.
I don't see that as much. I saw that in the Oculus Rift. Oh man, every day it was just, I was doing this while I was playing Pavlov VR. I was like, you know, get all those headshots.
Like Beyond 1, Beyond 2 uses a 1-inch micro OLED display with a 2560 by 2560 per eye resolution, operating at up to 90 hertz.
90
Thanks
hertz,
to
I think.
advanced materials and clever new...
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I think the MetaQuest 3 has that capability as well.
tricks, we've managed to improve brightness compared to Beyond 1.
Mine's turned all the way up.
But to achieve all of this,
Looks
you'd
great.
expect Beyond 2 and its optics to become much larger. This is a common misconception. To get a larger field of view and better visual clarity, you don't need larger lenses or larger displays.
True, you just
In
need the
fact,
light to reflect.
Compared to our previous generation optics, it's shockingly
Rectangle.
smaller. The secret? We enlarged a hidden internal lens element while reducing the size of the outermost lens element.
I told you, it's the way that the light is being projected through the lenses, right? It's all where the light's going.
Next, let's talk about comfort and fit.
I don't pretend to know a bunch about tech, okay? That's why I changed this channel to an art
Our
studio
mission
channel.
is to create ultra-high fidelity VR headsets that are also exceptionally comfortable to wear. With Beyond 1, we invented the custom fit cushion. Using a 3D face scan of your face and proprietary manufacturing processes, we created a cushion that fits perfectly to the shape of your face.
Huh?
Enabling exceptional comfort with weight spread evenly across your face.
What kind of foam is that? Is it like Tempur-Pedic and they just colored it black? Like a memory foam that's breathable?
A perfect light seal for greater immersion.
I don't like light seals because I don't know who's sneaking up on me in the middle of the night. Can you imagine how many people are gonna get robbed and murdered if they have that light seal and they have headphones on with their VR headsets? I talked about this many, many years offline.
Custom fitted cushions
problem.
are attached magnetically and are easy to swap. They're easy to hand wash and keep clean, which is important for hygiene when spending thousands of hours in VR.
That's true. I broke out on my forehead the other week because I have to, this is a silicone cover. You don't want to have that original cover. You don't want to have the original material. It's so rough. It's like carpet. That's something they skimped on when they release these headsets every single time. So this is a big win. I think this is a big deal. This is a problem with the VR stuff, especially if you're sharing headsets with other people. Like if you go to museums, they have these experiences with the VR headset and they have to clean them all off, right? They have to clean them all down, they spray them, they wipe them. Well, they might get a little bit of the solution, the alcohol or whatever they're using onto the actual lens and it makes it smeared and blurry and whatever, and it's annoying. But if they could just swap it out, like that would be amazing for the non-custom face coverings, while providing that very clear picture. That would be a smash hit, I think. You know, raise the prices a little bit of the tickets for these types of attractions, and it would cover it.
Beyond 2 supports the same custom fitted cushion and is fully backwards compatible with cushions from Beyond 1. While the custom fit cushion works for many people, it requires an iPhone for a 3D face scan. Also, as it's designed to be perfect for you.
I think because the iPhone is the only one that can actually do the three-dimensional scans, something I'm very interested in, but I do not want an iPhone. I like to be able to drag and drop my files onto my PC, okay? I don't know. What do you think? What's your experience? Have you tried that before? I've seen some amazing stuff where they scan the stuff in 3D and they post it. It's awesome.
It becomes harder to share with friends. To make Beyond more
Figure it out, Samsung.
comfortable and more shareable, we're introducing a few new features.
Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Adjustable IPD. We've
Yeah, this is a big deal.
created a new ultralight mechanism that allows each optical module to be individually adjusted to the perfect position.
Yeah, people don't realize we're not built like cartoon characters, and people have astigmatisms and stuff like that. The use of a tool on the side, it's a little annoying, but I mean, this is like a high-end thing. Like, You're gonna have to use tools. Not everything can be, you know, like slide, slide, click, click.
This lets you tailor your fit to
Small price to pay.
ensure the optics are aligned with your eyes, further improving visuals, enhancing comfort, and minimizing headaches and eye strain.
Yeah, this is a big deal for some people.
It ranges from 53 millimeters to 70 millimeters physically, but thanks to the huge sweet spot, Beyond 2 can accommodate people with an IPD of 48 millimeters, fitting 99% with a head strap inspired by tactical night vision goggles. It rests.
You know this is gonna be a massive seller if they come out with some better tactical AAA experiences. Like I play Tactical Assault VR, that's awesome, but it kind of looks like Roblox. Awesome game. The fidelity is incredible. I love Pavlov VR, but the player base has moved to contractors and other games. So, man, that's hot. That looks cool. That was a great idea for them to do this mount.
On your forehead without applying any pressure on your face.
Yeah.
With a mechanism that lets you adjust eye relief
I'm
and
thinking
tilt
about getting that.
to set Beyond in the perfect position in front of your eyes. It even features a flip-up mechanism.
That's badass.
The Halo strap attaches to any Beyond
why didn't
strap,
anybody do that
like
before?
the audio strap or soft strap or custom modded straps as well.
Man, this is like when people customize their Glock. Like this could be the new platform, you know? Like this is like the Nintendo Switch type of thing, you know? It's easy to use, easy to get into. You don't really have to fuss with it too much. You can customize some of the stuff on here. There's, you know, there's a USB-C port on the side. There's an audio jack on the side. You know, you can do stuff to this. You can swap out the head strap. I don't know though, this just feels more appealing to PC VR crowd. They love the customization, and then they can post like their sick setup, you know, like it's just dripping.
The Halo strap combined with the Audi strap creates the ultimate solution
potential.
for comfort and ergonomics with built-in headphones.
I think people would love that.
When it comes to cushions, you have 3 choices now. First,
Wait a minute.
headphones. When it comes to cushion, the ultimate.
Look at that strap on the bottom. Look how it goes around the back of your head. Interesting. Could my ponytail fit right in there on the bottom there? Could I whip it out at a moment's notice?
Solution for comfort and ergonomics with built-in headphones. When it comes to cushions,
Now, I do like, over-the-ear headphones are great for an immersive experience. The off-the-ear design was genius. The Oculus and MetaQuest teams did it, I think, for many reasons, okay? You get it off the ear to prevent hearing damage. When I play Tactical Assault VR and somebody does not have a suppressor indoors with an LMG, you're gonna get tinnitus. I'm not even kidding. I love it, but you should not have over-the-ear headphones for that kind of stuff. The off-the-ear is phenomenal, and it gives that spatial audio feel to it too. And if you have, you know, a bunch of kids that are on to the Meta Plantation, the parents can hear what's going on. I think that's a big deal. Like if you don't have kids, you're not gonna know. I have kids. I wanna know what they're doing. I'm not, you know, a helicopter parent, but like, you gotta know what your kids are doing, who they're talking to. Because I know somebody whose kid was in VR and they had to take it away from him forever because he was talking with people they shouldn't have been talking to. Like there's predators on there, you know? So it's a big deal. I like the off-the-ear stuff. I have open back earphones, these headphones. I cannot get closed ear stuff. I'm telling you, I will not be a victim, you know, in my own house, just because I was an idiot and I was being a consumer and listening to some, you know, Kids Bop or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna fall victim just because I decided to be totally absorbed into a device or a screen. Not this guy.
you have 3 choices now.
That's why it drove me crazy when people were doing the Apple Vision Pro driving and on the streets and all that shit. That was stupid. I'm glad that's over.
First,
It'll probably make a comeback though.
the Halo strap lets you use Beyond without a cushion because it now floats on your face, making it easy to see your surroundings and eat and drink while you're in VR.
Yeah, and guess what? You can also remove the tongue on the chameleon holster and you can put your favorite snack bag right in there. It fits in there, yeah, like nice little gummy bears or something like that. I fit potato chips in there. You can go check the video. Okay, so I think I've seen enough about the comfort and stuff like that. I don't want to take a look at everything else. I think the colors are great. It looks like you're gonna have to use some other type of controllers, which is fine. A lot of the stuff is interchangeable, you know. You can use other brands controllers with your setups. Usually there's usually a way to do it, or they have it built into the software. Has eye tracking, and let's take a look at the pricing. Okay, so like the entry level price with the customized face cushion is $1,000 and up, right? So if we go to the store, it says order now, ships July. So I think that's acceptable. I mean, this is a venture capital funded startup, and they're already seeing some pretty good success. Now, I'm gonna get to the point that I was talking about earlier. I was getting ahead of myself, right? I think these guys are gonna get eaten up by like Meta or some other company. I think that they can get bought out if they're not providing the environment that Meta or Valve is able to provide with their headsets. I'm totally fine with this because just the fact that they're doing this, they're pushing it out there, and if they're able to get customers and get orders, this is great because this is improving the technology. And one of the most annoying things with the VR headset, which is the comfort. The comfort has to be there, especially for long sculpting and painting sessions. I love mine, but like I said, I really can't wait for it to be very comfortable. Unfortunately, that probably also means that, you know, we're not going to be looking at smartphones all day. We're going to be wearing glasses, right? Those Ray-Ban looking glasses, and everybody's just going to be going like this. Okay, and nobody's gonna pay attention to anything anymore. It's a double-edged sword. But check out the merch, okay? I don't like most of this merch, it's just basic, right? But this shirt hits different, okay? This is some good stuff right here. That's hot. Most people think you're just a nerd, but I think that is a great looking t-shirt for $39, no. I'll take one though. I'll take one, I'll take the headset. Why am I so easy to please? Look at this pin. Look at the Pepe. Oh, it's so cute. 39 bucks? That is cute. Why do I like that? That's awesome. Oh, another thing that I noticed is they have a similar cable down here, this fiber optic cable. This is very similar to what we had with the Oculus Rift. That was one of the sturdiest cables I've ever owned in my life. And I believe they were like 80 bucks, right? And it was pretty long. You could game very comfortably. Like you get used to knowing where it is. It's kind of like a tail, you know, and you know where it is, you know how to move around. I had no problem really. Like I never really got tangled up in mine. I don't understand how some people did. And then you could always have a mount on the ceiling, you know, that retracts it. And you know, it's not really a problem. So clearly this is for PC VR owners and people who are interested in the, you know, big screen entertainment, like you can watch Netflix, stuff like that through your headset. There's a lot of stuff that's available now. Like, it's no joke. I'm not even kidding about VR. I'm so bullish on VR, whether you like it or not. I used to hate it. I love it now. But yeah, this cord is solid, and even the Oculus Rift, you could still ask for replacements. I think they would just send them out to you. But the custom fit cushion, 120 bucks. One question I have about this for the team at BigScreen: if you gain or lose weight, how does that affect the fit? It's probably something that you all have thought about. You all look very smart. I've seen you. There they are. There's the team. Okay. I'm sure you all are very competent and have had many exhaustive discussions about all this stuff. You look like a big happy group of nerds. Personally, I don't have money. I'm what they call a starving artist. I think this is still a great technology. It's not for my price range. Like this, 500, you know, something dollars. This is way beyond my limit. Like I did not want to spend that much, but I was used to spending that much because the original Oculus Rift that I bought was like $600+. Like I had to import it to Korea at the time. It was a big dumb purchase, but there was something that told me to get it. I don't know how to explain this, okay? I feel like my life is on rails. I have no control. There's destiny involved. So this is good though. This is a good direction, and I hope they are successful. I hope they sell a lot of units. I think their website is pretty straightforward. I think they have really great visuals. The form factor is crazy small, like crazy small. I am sure that this would make a game like Half-Life Alyx and that canoe game, right? That tactical canoe game looks pretty cool. I'm sure this would make those experiences like unforgettable. especially people who are brand new to VR, like if you have, you know, the coin to drop on something like this, I believe this. Like, I believe these are the visuals. You know, they might have added a little stabilization, right? But I believe, seeing the other gameplay that they showcase, it looks legit. Just take a look at these colors. Orange. That looks cool. That's probably what I'd get. I get the orange. But, you know, they all look great. The crystal clear looks pretty cool, too. It's a little too cyberpunky. I don't like to get too cyberpunky. I like to hide my tech, you know? Wouldn't want everybody to see what's under the hood. I'm more modest with my tech. It looks great. Probably feels great. Let me know, do you have one? Did you try one out? Have you ever seen one? You ever held one in your hands? Is this interesting to you? For me, I'm gonna keep using the MetaQuest 3. This is an excellent platform currently, but I am very excited for the future because Valve's gonna come out with something new. HTC had a really, really big hit with their previous generation's headset. It was better than the Oculus Rift. So we're gonna see more competition. We're gonna see companies get bought up. We're gonna see the technology constantly improve. It's just like the 3D printing sphere. 3D printing is getting really, really exciting because it's getting so much easier and so much better. We don't have to deal with a lot of the stuff and the slicers that we use to actually, you know, have it cut up into code and put it onto the, you know, into the machine. That stuff's getting easier to use and better all the time. This is an excellent time for anybody to get into VR. Don't sleep on it. I'm not even kidding. Not only is the gaming amazing, but like I've been able to create works of art. Like I painted that Master Chief helmet from the Master Chief Collection box art. I just use that as a reference and kind of, you know, I was able to do that on the first try. I'm not a painter. I don't have any skills painting, but I was able to do it. And it didn't hold my hand, but like there's something about putting the controller in my hands and I'm like, I gotta do this. I gotta make this. I can do this. And then 3 hours has passed. It's 2 a.m. I'm drinking less. You know what I mean? Like I'm just so hyper productive because of the VR headset. So if you're interested in something like this, maybe compare it with a cheap set of controllers, you know, dabble your toes in if you're more focused on the entertainment aspect. But if you're gonna be doing flight simming and racing simming, that's who this is for, I believe. I think this might be the crowd that they're kind of targeting. So best of luck to the team at BigScreen. Until next time, stay creative. I'll see you in the next video. Probably talk about that Disney stuff. It's crazy.